What is a volcano? A volcano is an elevated landform with an opening at the topmost called crater, from where the lava and other rock fragments, gases, steam, ash, heat, and other volcanic material are expelled. Most of the active volcanoes in the world are in the countries that lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire. This area has a frequent volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. But how do volcanoes form? The constant but slow motion of the tectonic plates that contain crust moves the plates. As the plates move in the process of subduction, they can move towards each other, drift away from each other, or override each other, with the heavier tectonic plate sinking to the mantle and the lighter plate rising above. This movement of plates results in an increased friction and pressure that produce tremendously high temperature and causes the rocks to liquefy magma. Semi-molten rock tries to flow upward through the space between plates towards the cooler areas. And when the magma reaches the surface of the earth, it is called the lava. As the lava flows from the surface, it builds layer upon layer until volcano is formed. Now, let us discuss the parts of a volcano. Volcano has an external parts. As you can see in the picture, it has a summit. It is the highest point of the volcano. And we have the slope or the plank. Okay, this is the side of the volcano that radiates from the main or central vent. And the base, and this is the lowest part of the or bottom or supporting layer of the volcano. This is the internal parts of the volcano. So let us examine the cross-section of a volcano. So the magma is the molten rock beneath the Earth's surface. It is stored inside the magma chamber. The parasitic cone is a small cone-shaped volcano formed by an accumulation of the volcanic debris. The seal is a flat piece of rock that forms when magma hardens in a crack in a volcano. The lava is the molten rock that erupts from the volcano that solidifies as it cools. So the crater is the mouth of the volcano surrounded by a volcanic vent. So the main vent here is an underground passage where magma travels through. This main part of the volcano supplies the magma from the underlying source to the top of the volcano, while the secondary vent is a smaller outlet in Earth's surface through which volcanic materials escape. The magma chamber is a subversive compartment where magma is stored. This is the magma chamber. The throat is the entrance of the volcano, the part of conduit that ejects lava and volcanic ash. The ash is the fragments of lava or rocks that is smaller than 2 mm in size that are blasted into the air by a volcanic explosion. The ash cloud is a cloud of ash formed by the volcanic explosions. What are the types of volcano based on their structure? Shield volcanoes are formed by the accumulation of lava that oozes out from the volcano. Since non-viscous lava can flow freely, a broad and slightly domed structure that resembles a warrior shield or gigantic blob is formed. The lava does not shoot up high, but instead, the lava just drips down the side of its crater. These are the example of shield volcanoes. One example on the left is the Mount Mauna Loa in Hawaii and Mauna Kea, also found in the country of Hawaii. The cinder cone volcano is also known as scoria. These are formed from ejected fluid lava. This is the result of the high pressure that builds up in the magma chamber. They have a steep slope, wide crater, and the most abundant of the three major volcano types. The volcanic explosion of cinder cones are short-lived and look like a spectacular fountain show of fiery lava ejected high in the air. So this is an example of the cinder cones, the Mount Paricutin in Mexico and the Mount Sam Smith in Babuyan Island. Composite cone or the stratovolcanoes are large nearly perplex slope structure formed from alternate solidification of both lava and the pyroclastic deposit. It is formed by highly viscous or sticky, slow-moving lava. Stratovolcanoes are the most dangerous volcanoes. When the stratovolcanoes erupt, an area of the summit may collapse that may form a large crater. Most volcanoes in the Pacific Ring of Fire are stratovolcanoes. Mount Mayon, found in Albay, is the perfect example of composite cone or stratovolcanoes. What is active and inactive volcanoes? What is the difference between active and inactive volcanoes? Active volcanoes are those that have a record of eruption within the last 600 years or those that erupted 10,000 years ago based on analysis of their materials. While inactive volcanoes, on the other hand, are those that have not erupted for the last 10,000 years and their physical form is being changed by agents of weathering and erosion through formation of deep and long gullies. However, these volcanoes have potential to erupt. They are prepared also as dormant or potentially active. A volcano that have no magma supply or record of eruption is known as extinct. According to PBOX, our country has more than 100 volcanoes as of 2013. 23 are active, while the rest are inactive. In the word, Kilauea volcano in Hawaii is considered as the most active volcano, as you can see in this illustration on your right side, and followed by Etna in Italy and Piton de la Fournaise on La Reunion Islands. What are the types of volcanic eruptions? Volcano eruptions are classified as follows. Number 1. Phreatic or hydrothermal. This is a stream-driven eruption as the hot rocks come in contact with water. It is short-lived, characterized by ash column but may be an onset of a larger eruption. Shown on the right is our Taal volcano in Batangas. This is an example of phreatic or hydrothermal volcanic eruption. Number 2, the phreatomagmatic is a violent eruption due to the contact between water and magma. As a result, a large column of very fine ash and high speed and sideways emission of pyroclastic cold-based surges are observed. Strombolian is a periodic weak to a violent eruption characterized by the fountain of lava. This is an example of a Strombolian volcanic eruption. Number 4 is Volcania. This is characterized by a tall eruption column that reached up to 20 km high with pyroclastic flow and ashfall tephra. And lastly is the Plinian. This is excessively explosive type of eruption of gas and pyroclastic, just like our Pinatubo volcano in Zambales. What are the signs of an impending volcanic eruption? According to PBOX, the following are commonly observed signs that a volcano is about to erupt. This may vary from one volcano to another. Number 1. Increase in the frequency of volcano quakes. By rumbling sounds, occurrence of volcanic tremors. Number 2, increased streaming activity. Change in color of steam emission from white to gray due to the entrained ash. Number 3, crater glows due to presence of magma at or near the crater. Ground swell or inflation, ground tilt and ground fissuring due to magma intrusion. Number 5, localized landslide, rock falls, and landslide from the summit area which not attribute to heavy rains. Number 6, noticeable increase in the extent of drying up of vegetation around the volcano's upper slope. Number 7, increase in the temperature of hot springs, wells, and crater near the volcano. And number 8, noticeable variation in the chemical content of spring, crater lakes within the vicinity of the volcano. And number 9, drying up springs or wells around the volcano. Lastly, development of new thermal areas and or reactivation of old ones. Appearance of Solfataras, a volcanic crater emitting only sulfurous and other gases.